We want to take you now to Somerset, Massachusetts, where President Biden is announcing new executive orders on addressing the climate crisis.
My national climate advisor is leading our climate efforts here at home. I come here today with a message. As president, I have a responsibility to act with urgency and resolve when our nation faces clear and present dangers. And that's what climate change is about. It is literally, not figuratively, a clear and present danger. The health of our citizens and our communities is literally at stake. The UN's leading international climate scientists call the latest climate report nothing less than, quote, code red for humanity, one of toxins, smog, greenhouse gas emissions, the kind of pollution that contributed to the climate emergency we now face today.
California's 2 U.S. senators are pressing President Joe Biden to set a deadline to end sales of gas-fueled passenger cars and trucks. Trump rolled back fuel economy standards to 1.5% yearly boost in fuel efficiency from the 5% level set under the Obama administration.
To take combustion engine vehicles off the road as rapidly as we can.
Okay, so what have we learned? Well, first of all, it takes very little fuel in order to actually start up your car. Just about 1.2 milliliters to start up a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, especially when comparing that to how much fuel an engine uses while idling. We also learned that if your engine is idling for longer than about 7 seconds, you're actually starting to waste fuel. And finally, real-world city driving shows that you can actually save about 4 to 8.7% in fuel economy by using a start-stop system versus just letting the engine idle when you come to a stop.
Because the more carbon engines there are, the less time we have to protect ourselves from runaway global warming.
Last summer, when Americans were feeling a pinch at the pump with $4 gas, I noticed a very disturbing trend here in Washington, D.C. As I walked outside the Capitol building and elsewhere in Washington, I saw cars and gas-guzzling SUVs idling their engines as they waited to chauffeur high-ranking government officials around.
Now, this may seem like small potatoes to some of you, but with countless federal vehicles burning taxpayers' dollars, the costs do add up. I had an opportunity to talk with my mechanic, Wayne, at Todd's Repair in New Hartford, Iowa, to learn just how much gas was being wasted by these idling federal vehicles. Here's what Wayne had to say.
Well, it does use quite a bit of fuel. It is very wasteful. You can use from 2 to 7/10 of a gallon every 10 minutes, which can be 2 gallons over a half hour's worth of idling time. It does use less fuel to shut it off and restart it. It only takes about 10 seconds worth of fuel, of idling fuel, to shut it off and restart, as compared to just letting it idle, which we already know is quite costly.
Thank you, Wayne. It's quite clear that by just turning off these idling vehicles, the federal government could save taxpayers' dollars, conserve energy, and for sure set an example for the American people.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hi, I noticed your vehicle says U.S. government.
Yes.
U.S. government?
Yes.
But you have the engine idling? Any reason why you have the engine idling? Because the same U.S. government is concerned about climate change. This vehicle burns fossil fuel. Did anybody tell you you need to switch it off when it's not in operation? So then climate change is not real.
That's not a part of our job. It's just for our protocol.
So what I'm trying to get at, nobody told you you need to switch your engine off.
That's not how we operate.
Are you aware that there's a law in New York City that you cannot leave your engine idling for more than 3 minutes?
I'm sure, sir, but it's federal.
So you are above the law. Thank you. Did you want to get a picture of me? Did you want to get a picture of me? Okay.
To take combustion engine vehicles off the road as rapidly as we can. But that also could create